Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. D.A.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the four-man position. Nurkic finds Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Second shot opportunity. No good there. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And George with this stuff.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And it's George finishing it off.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Powell dishes to Nurkic. And that one is off.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it's George finishing it off.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
McCollum, no good. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 10-2 run here. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
For the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Throw good, Paul George.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
Now here's Anthony. Pass to Simons. And stolen by Cousins. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Batum.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Count that bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here is George. 11 points in the game. And Cousins throws it down.
What's better as an alley-oop partner than a man with great length and great hands? Go to work, DeMarcus.
Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside, George drains the three-pointer. George has got 14.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
and their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Simons surveying the D. Lays it up off the glass. Simons has got his third bucket of the night.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rondo gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 16. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here is Rondo. The Blazers getting the bucket. Cousins finds Rondo. And Cancer pulls it down.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And the basket by Jones.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Los Angeles on top. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the center position. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in, and the wide-open shot from Morris. A second-chance effort. Zubac kicks to Kennard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard scanning the floor. The pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And here's McCollum for three. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his fourth rebound in this one. Morris passes to Beverly. Misses the three. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers leading by 10. Here's Kennard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. To the right side. Now Zubac still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark. And even 3-on-3 break. And it's Lillard missing. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony. Here's Zubac, and that one drops. Zubac has got his first points of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Nobody near Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From downtown, Portland again missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Passes it to Kennard. 1:43 left in the first half. Morris, no good. Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Jones. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Right side Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Back to Lillard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Robert Covington. George against McCollum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his third foul so far. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard inside, defended by Jones. And it's Leonard missing. First trip to the line for him here.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
What you love about Enes Kanter to me is every night he's capable of a double-double. He's an efficient low-post scorer and a determined rebounder. This guy can play now. Let's make no mistake.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McCollum. From the high post, he drills it.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Over in the corner, Cousins. Outside, Batum. And Cousins gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
It's stolen by Jones. The shot missing. So we've reached the end of the first half of... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 2 assists. And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Zubats the pass to George. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got 18 points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Pass to Jones. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Great pass to set up the lay-in. He has 6. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Simons. Powell, no one around him. No good. That would have tied it. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And there's the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Oh, that's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What an effort to get the tip in. Just wanting it a little bit more.
Outside Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 4 this quarter. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was...
Oh, that's unbelievable. Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
Down low, ball's knocked loose, stolen by George. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. McCollum against Jackson. Leonard kicks to Jackson. No good that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And a switch here also for Portland. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Norman Powell.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverly to get in transition.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Count the basket. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Offensive rebound. Clippers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Beverly finds Cousins.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Los Angeles leading by 13, and on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard. Here's Kennard. No good. And it's Portland the other way. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Outside Rondo. Outside Batum. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Here's Simons, and he jams it with authority.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Kicks to Batum. Pass to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard's shot is off.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Covington's shot is off. Clippers leading by 9. Man passes to Kennard. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kennard. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that. Runs up against it and then outworks them.
And he knocks down the first one. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Jones comes in for McCollum. That one misses. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. They grabbed their own miss. Outside for George, trying to get something going. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
In the corner, it's Morris. And the pass to Zubac. Inside. And that one's good. Beverly.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Lillard way outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside for George. .139 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Beverly missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lillard again missing. Kanter dishes to Lillard. Passes to Powell. Beyond the arc. Portland no good that time either. Clippers leading by 11. From deep, George hits the three-point bomb. George has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Los Angeles. Here is Lillard. But they get it back. Launches a 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 19 points.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands. And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
George against Powell. Now, here's George. Not a lot of room. The three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Lillard misses. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And the 3 off target. And Portland with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The shot by Powell, no good. Outside, George from deep three-point range, and Cantor pulls it down. On up the court, Powell's got room. And so Los Angeles takes the win, even early on in this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare. And Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Johnson. Then it's Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's KD in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Harden. Passes it to KD. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is Harden. Jordan with the bucket.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. George against Harden, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
You don't. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
Brooklyn with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Durant just inside the line. It's hauled in by Zubac, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Brooklyn with the ball. Harden outside. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Morris right side. Back to George. Green against Morris. Here's George. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now, here is Harden. Jordan the pass to Durant. The pass to Harden. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
It doesn't really matter if you body harden up. He's committed to scoring the basketball, and his concentration allows him to do so.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. 1:21 left to play in the first. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Offensive rebound. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
With the tip. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is Irving. We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Puts it up from 12. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Rondo. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-6 run. Snatched up. Here's Cousins. Kicks it out to Leonard. Off the left rim and out.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And that one's good, Irving.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Left side, Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. The shot will not fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, leading by 7. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in the...
Are you kidding me? You've got to plug up these lanes to the basket, especially when Griffin is slashing with force.
Here's Mann, guarded by Harris. Mann can't hit. Nets trail by 5. Harden scanning the floor. Dishes to Griffin. Harden against Jackson. Harden the pass to Brown. Poked away. Stolen by Jackson. To the inside. Mann. And good off the lead pass that time. Mann's got his first points in this one.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Brown the pass to Harden. And the basket is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better, And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
And here's Harden. Pass to Brown. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. It's a 5-point game. Outside Durant. Brown outside. Pass to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Nets with a new shot clock. Durant kicks to Harden. Brown outside. From deep. The shot by KD. No good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Tries from 7. Again, the Nets for 2.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's Brown. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter. That's superb.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for George. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Here's Irving. Griffin dishes to Irving. Back to Griffin. Shoots over Batum. That shot by Griffin, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Irving against Rondo. Irving surveying the floor. They get it back. Out to Harris. Griffin passes to Irving. Back to Griffin. Batum with the steal. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes. Beverly's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Boy, I like how Beverly takes advantage of these transition opportunities. He's crafty and clever at getting past the defense.
Now, here is Irving. Left side, Griffin. Over Rondo to end the run. And, oh, he hits the buzzer beater. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers? And that should...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's the lob to the hoop.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Nets trail by 13. Harden with it. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Zubac the pass to George. And Jordan sends it back. And he gets it back. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside for George. Zubac, great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 13.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
George against Harden. The rebound by the Nets. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Man's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Brownie's checked in for James Harden. Green finds Johnson. Back to Green. Johnson in the corner. Lets a floater go. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 11. Jackson up top. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in for Morris. Here's Irving. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Outside Irving. Steps back and shoots. And he nails the jumper.
You know, I like Irving's creativity, but also his discipline offensively. He'll take whatever's available.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And Batum kicks to Jackson. Brooklyn with the rebound. Irving with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Passes it to Llewellyn. He dishes it to Irving. Now the pass to Llewellyn. No good on the three. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Jackson. Here's Mann. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Bruce Brown, who's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Kennard. 2 points. That one goes. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Now Rondo. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Green. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Nets trail by 9. Lobbed up there for Durant. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
And here's Rondo. Kicks to George. Five to shoot. The 9-footer's on the mark.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
Outside Durant. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Shoots over Leonard. Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You know, when Irving rises up to take these shots, so smooth in how he gets it done. He always seems to be in control.
Outside Rondo. And Leonard has it in the corner. It's George on the wing. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Irving against Beverly. And the shot is long. Clippers leading by 9. Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. He kicks to Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's Beverly. Outside, George. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but The one difference was, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Outside, George. Lets the three fly. And again, no good by the Clippers. Nets trail by 11. Paul George with the steal. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. Shoots. Zubac's the pass to Beverly. Nobody near Leonard. Hits it from three-point range. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Los Angeles leading by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Rondo against Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson can't hit.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Kennard kicks to Patterson. The shot comes out, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside, George. Los Angeles with another miss. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. The 15-footer, good.
And this is why you got to be in Harden's jersey. I mean, if you lay off of him for a second, he burns you with that quick shot.
Can't get it to fall. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking live and down. Short a rotation player. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 spot.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverley is going to do his best to get you the ball.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Out to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the middle. Second chance shot. They get the rebound.
Defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Holiday. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and the ball falls right into it.
And here's George for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Giannis on the follow.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Now here is George. Zubac finds Leonard. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
How about Lopez getting out as the big man with that kind of hustle in transition?
George passes to Zubac. Leonard dishes to George. To stop the run. Oh,
come on. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverley is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Milwaukee, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Jackson. Here's Batum. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Middleton inside the three-point line. Batum grabs the miss. Forbes the pass to Giannis. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Jackson. Down low. Mann passes it to Cousins. Rob. Now here comes Teague leading the break. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Jackson. And no good. Great D that time from T. Pass to Portis. Here's Teague. The pass to Tucker. 6 to shoot. Here's Portis. Pass to Morrow. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Teague drives in. Passes to Portis. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great trend.
What a shot! Oh, yes! Amazing!
That would count.
Unreal.
And so it's Milwaukee, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got Holiday. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 3, the small forward. And Holiday kicks to Portis. Pass to Tucker. To the wing right side. Now the pass to Portis. And the rejection by Zubac. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. Middleton for 3. And again, the Bucks miss. Beverly against DiVincenzo. Here's Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Now here is Holiday. Here's the lob to Kumbo.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Morris right side. Pass to Beverly. Zubac the pass to Beverly. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday with the ball. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Patrick Beverly. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Holiday looking over the floor. Kicks it down to Middleton. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's George. And Lopez pulls it down. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Nice body control there from Chris Middleton. Stays with that even after contact.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Middleton, no good on the free throw. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
The shot by Middleton, wide open, and the Bucks miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. From deep, George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Stolen by Middleton. And it's the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Middleton for 3. Another miss by Middleton.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Rondo, and oh, what a play. He just palms the block. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. DiVincenzo against Rondo. DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Follow it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 18 points, 5. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now, he's feasting.
Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
For the finish. And finished off by Leonard.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Pass to Forbes. Launches it. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard finds George, and an intentional foul right there. So, for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Jackson in for Paul George. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good quick hands from Antetokounmpo there, reacting well on defense and swiping that one away.
Outside Jackson to the paint, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. Man's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Patrick Beverley. Holiday against Kennard. And Giannis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. On the wing, Batum. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Moving it up. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Outside Holiday. Lopez outside. Kicks it down to Middleton. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will come the other way. Jackson passes to Zubac. Here's Mann, defended by Middleton. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Kennard.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Bucks leading by 7. Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Holiday. Batum with the steal. Zubac's in the post. Lopez is there. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Mann passes to Zubac. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Kennard, and he uses the glass on the layup. Kennard's got his second basket of the game.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Three-pointer. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Got that one up quick. Kennard's got 7.
Check out the vision from Jackson. He doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Over to the wing. Zubac against Lopez. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Back to Zubac. The putback. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Giannis left side. 1 second left. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks ahead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one.
In for the Bucks, Jeff Teague.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 2. And the shot goes in. Morris has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Out to the right wing. Now, here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. Portis, the pass to Nwora. Shoots it up. Misses off the right iron.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
Feeds it to Tucker. Shoots over Leonard. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles on D. A 2-point game. There's the lob to Portis.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Pass to Zubac. Basket counts. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Beverly against Teague. Here's Portis. They get it back. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
Well, nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
And he commits the intentional foul. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And here's Beverly. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Banked in off the glass. Beverly's got his first basket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
There's the pass to DiVincenzo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Shoots over Leonard. And he gets it to go. Giannis has got 26.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
George against DiVincenzo. And that one's good. George has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Giannis passes to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Holiday. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Holiday against Beverly. Pass to George. This is it to Zubac. Clock at 6. George, no good. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And George kicks to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Now, Antetokounmpo. Right side Holiday. He feeds it to Lopez. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Leonard against Giannis. Here's George. It falls!
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Beverly against Holiday. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Timeout called. The Bucks. They're trailing by 2. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And in this situation, they have to go all out for a quick steal on the inbound play. Everyone will be looking for the steal, and if they don't get it, then you resort to the foul.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. Up next, the trail. Welcome to the NBA and a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Lillard looking around. Uncovered. And the jumper is on the mark.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
George dishes to Morris. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris against McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard from downtown. And it's Leonard again missing.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Out to Anthony. Pulls up on the wing. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Leonard with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Here's Morris. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. Zubac kicks to Morris. There's the dish to Beverly. Another shot. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Jones. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in.
I mean, one thing about DeMarcus, he's never had much of a problem scoring with contact.
Simons, the pass to Covington. And here is Powell. Cantor trying to free himself up.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Jackson passes to Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Rondo. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mand's checked in. Portland leading. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Simons. He dishes it to Powell. With the shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins inside. And Covington sends it back. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it out to Covington. Takes the three.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when
I know that when the main guy usually...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Passes to Kanter. Powell against Kennard. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The pass to Mann. McCollum against Kennard. Over McCollum. Here's Cousins. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Batum brings the double team. Nobody near Lillard. But they recover it. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. Powell dishes to Lillard. Offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
Here's Mann. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Portland's gone 0 2 from deep here in the second. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Enes Kanter. McCollum's got 6 points. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Jackson. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And the basket by McCollum. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's Jackson with the drive. Inside. Batum passes to Cousins. He can't hit that time.
and the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And C.J. McCollum again. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Covington's shot is off. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Cousins. Excellent D from Cancer. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cancer. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. George against Powell.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in. There's 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Nurkic kicks to Jones. And the rejection by Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Back to Zubac. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Simons. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Passes it to Carmelo. And it's in there.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Warriors is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. In the corner, George with it. Leonard against Jones. Nurkic with the block. Jones with it. Can't connect from short range. Leonard looking over the floor. Feeds it to George. Kicks it out to Leonard from deep three-point range. The shot off that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Lillard against Beverley. Lillard outside. And that one clearly a foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense. And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Kept alive. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Here's Leonard. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Powell, the pass to Cannon. Back to Powell. Cantor trying to free himself up. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Powell.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson with the bounce pass. Deflects the pass. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jackson finds Leonard. And a missed layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Covington with the bucket.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
Rondo dishes to Jackson. 46 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Back to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Doesn't go for him. And it's Portland the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Covington against Leonard. And Covington sends it back. And Leonard gets it to go. Here's Simons. Now here's Powell. To the inside, Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got McCollum, Anthony out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Rondo, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. George is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Lillard from deep. Here's Kanter. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard against Rondo. Tries again. And deep. Lillard drops it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Zubac's no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Anthony right side. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Out to Anthony. And the pass to Lillard. To the middle. It's tipped. Hollis Jefferson passes to Kanter. McCollum left side. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball to take the lead. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Stolen by George. That's tipped. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Rajon Rondo. George way outside. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Jones subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Covington wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside, George Morris lays it up off the glass. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic, and there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Pass to Lillard. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Leonard. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Lillard outside. Down low. Covington finds Powell. 5 on the clock. to Covington. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Big-time hoop from Covington. He's had to earn everything he's gotten in his NBA career.
Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Back to Lillard. Jones looking for an opening. Lillard outside. Good work defensively by Morris.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And Portland making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. It's stolen by Jones. Pass to Lillard. No one near him. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Six to shoot. The feed to Nurkic. It drops.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Morris outside. Now Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. It's off. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at small forward. Durant kicks to Harris. That one's good from the corner. And both teams, Doris, battling injury.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
A nice shot by George.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Here's Irving. He kicks it to Harden. Over Leonard. Harden. That's good.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And here's George. First quarter, just over a minute played. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Irving with a clean look. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, you know that Kyrie is going to be looking for a shot in that situation. It isn't hard for him to find one ever, it seems.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate. Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Now here's Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's George. Durant with the steal. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Beverley looking around. Passes to Leonard. The rebound by KD. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 4. Harden gets the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Green passes to Griffin. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, Griffin in position.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers trail by 6. Outside Rondo. On the wing, Batum. Stolen. Griffin with it. George picks him up. Johnson wide open. He fires. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, how about that? A transition opportunity. Tyler Johnson with the kind of athleticism to run the floor and make the most of it.
Rondo passes to George. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, throughout the early part of his career, DeMarcus Cousins was a high-usage focal point of the offense. Now you're being asked to play more alongside other star players and adjust your role. He's done exactly that.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. Johnson finds Griffin. To the middle. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Johnson.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And the wide open shot from Green. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 4. And the second quarter. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. Irving, good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Clippers have possession. They trail by 6. Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
A power move by one of the biggest problems in the low post, DeMarcus Cousins. Don't let him get that deep.
Harden the pass to KD. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Jackson against Harden. Cousins trying to free himself up. Moves back up. Outside for Jackson. Floats it up for Cousins. Nets leading by 7. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Johnson. The pass to Llewellyn. Kicks it to Griffin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. 1:51 left in the first half. Johnson up top. He's covered by Rondo.
And always good to see Rondo being active defensively, more than capable of shutting down his man.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rondo against Johnson. And the call on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brown finds Johnson. Outside for Griffin, a 3-ball. And again, it's the Nets missing. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Tyler Johnson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Claxton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Nets shooting their first free throws of this one.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Now Rondo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And that'll do it for the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. You could see the daggers in their eyes. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 6.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Throws it up high.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
Harden the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Everly with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the inside. George. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. Harden against Leonard. Irving passes to Harden. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, 2nd surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Zubats against Jordan. Harris outside. Jordan kicks to Irving. Harris trying to get free. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets. George looking over the floor. And the dunk by Zubats.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
1:56 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Harden outside. Back to KD. Harris dishes to Durant. And he banks in the layup. KD's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
So both teams making some changes here. Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his 1st bucket in this one. Zubats against Griffin. Outside Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Round with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Luwawu, the pass to Griffin. Misses in close. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's Batum, and the shot goes down. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Zubats. 54 seconds left to play in the 3rd. A nice shot by Griffin.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Rondo looking around.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Batum, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Here's Johnson. Six to shoot. Pass to Griffin. Misses there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clipper. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So it's Brooklyn now, trailing by 2, setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Jackson in at the shooting guard. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And here's Rondo. Batum. Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Brown against Jackson. Pass to Harden. Shot's good. Brown making the play.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Irving finds Harden. Outside for Jordan. Pass to KD. Three-pointer. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Shoots. Here's George. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
In the corner, it's Morris. Zubac. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. George up top, guarded by Jordan. Good work there as it goes. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Harden the pass to Durant. Back to Harden. It's Durant on the wing. Stolen by George. Durant with the steal. Lets it fly. Irving can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
And there's the pass to Irving. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Harris against Morris. Outside, George. Inside, Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
59 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside, KD. Harden against George. Harden left side. Over George. Harden, no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Morris. Batum comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Zubats, and he makes that one. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
So the Clippers with the win. A solid win on the road. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3.
I tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Now here is Holiday. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now, here's Zubac. Following the miss by Brook Lopez. Lopez with the steal, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. George with the bucket.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
Jackson against Holiday. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, George. Off target from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And that one, good.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Giannis dishes to Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Stolen by Middleton, and it's the Bucks on the break. Giannis with the ball. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And here are the Clippers now after the basket by Milwaukee.
Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
Here's Tucker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. And the Bucks with possession. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. But they'll get another chance. Here's Forbes. Nailed from three-point land. Forbes has got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Beverly kicks to Cousins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Teague for 3. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee getting another chance here. A second chance effort and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, that's what Forbes has to do now. He's got to be aggressive, force the defender into a tough spot, and be ready to handle that contact.
He's off on the second. And here they come.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Teague against Beverly. To the paint. Just 3 on the clock. Nice shot by Portis.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's ripped. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James, Giannis.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Luke Kennard. Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's man in at the 3 spot. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Beverly. Lays it up off the glass.
And Beverly is a menace inside. I mean, incredibly crafty at finding ways to score down there.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. And Tucker kicks to Portis. Unable to get that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you.
And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Zubats. Here's George. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. George has got 7. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks leading by 4. To the inside. And the dunk by Giannis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Outside Rondo. The pass to Morris. The Clippers rebound. Here's Zubats. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And Lopez throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Rondo passes to Zubats. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Middleton. To the middle. Here's DiVincenzo. Uses both hands to slam it down.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. The Clippers also making some changes. Leonard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this. Nice display of excellent timing there by Middleton, just skying for the basket at the right time off of those lob passes. Really good at anticipating where that pass is and how soon it's going to get to him.
Jackson against DiVincenzo. Middleton left side. From past the arc, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Pass to Leonard, on the wing Jackson. And here is Zubats. Lopez covering. Here's Leonard. George up top. He's got 7.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for Marcus Morris. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Forbes dishes to Giannis. With one. Oh, what a finish!
Good. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis. And
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
They've got Portis. P.J. Tucker is out there with Teague, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Jackson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey. Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Back to Teague. There's the lob to Portis.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Jackson. He's got 5. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. The Clippers also changing it up. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. They swipe it. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Passes it to Lopez. Bucks passing it around, and they pick up 2. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Leonard. Another shot. Here's the 3. Here's Mann. Up again. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Middleton against Morris. From deep, Giannis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Leonard. Pass to Mann. Lopez against Zubac. Inside. Lopez with the steal. Down low. And to Antetokounmpo. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Middleton outside. We've got 1:48 left in the 3rd. Shoots the 3. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Rondo's checked in. Another miss by Middleton.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And it's Leonard missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Stolen by Zubac. Beverley, the pass to Mann. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. Pulls it up. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Over in the corner, Beverley. He lobs it up. Mann passes to Beverley. Here's Zubac. The offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. And that one goes long. Bucks leading by 10. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Clippers making a switch here. It's stolen by Rondo. Now the Clippers moving it up. And here we go. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Beverley knows he's out there to pass the ball, guys. A skilled floor general. He really distributes it well.
17 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Connaughton. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Reggie Jackson. Batum is out there with Paul George. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Leonard in at the center position. Leonard, that falls. Nice feed that time from George. 8 points for Leonard.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Forbes, the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard dishes to George. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Batum with the steal. Jumps up, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
For 3, the Clippers grab the miss.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Here's Teague, got a piece of it. Lob pass to George, and George with the stuff.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Stolen by Tucker. Here's Teague. The Bucks working the ball around. Portis can't get it to go.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Here's George. Oh!
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
The pass to Nwora. To stop the drought. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Leonard. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was... to foul there.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Middleton can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers ball. A 12-0 run right now and counting. Taken away by Holiday. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo.
And the best part of that sequence wasn't Holiday's steal, but his quick decision to push the ball and start the break. That's when the D's most vulnerable, and he took advantage.
Pass to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Giannis is double. He doesn't hit that one. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-2 run here. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. This is it to Leonard. It's thrown bound to Kumbo.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
And the shot goes in.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Pass to Leonard. Stolen by Middleton. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Yes!
What an offensive force Holiday can be when he's going like this.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Giannis high post. He's against Morris. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. Money! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Here's Leonard. Got it!
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Giannis outside. To take the lead. Misses the trade. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Dave.